and I'll install the intake hose. So one of my plan for the intake hose is there's a little scoop here on the fairing here, the number plate, and I'm just gonna attach the bracket here with the double-sided tape, and then run it along this side of the bike. Yeah, right here. It's perfect. I elected to move it to have it on this side of the bike since the reservoir is here, but also the other side is like got a bunch of shit on it, man. There's like no room to run any more wires or hoses, whatever, on the other side. So so I'm gonna run it under here, and probably run it back here along this, and then it's gonna come up under here. I don't think the chain will whip it. I hope not. If it does, I don't think it'll damage it. Hopefully, but I think it'll be fine. So there we go. It's working. It actually looks pretty good. It's fitting there a little too tight. Is what I'm worried about. All right. So there it is. It's all mounted up. That's the way it's gonna be. So like I said, I opted to not use this because it just makes it more cluttered. As you can see, there's not a lot of space on the bike to begin with. So here's the intake. I can't see it, but it's right there. I actually use this little scoopy thing here. I think this is the old school DR. The older DRs only had like a single one. The newer ones have like a double scoop, like right here and here. And you could probably do the same thing if you stuck it in one of the scoops for the newer DR number plate. So it runs through here, like I said, on the side, underneath here. It looks good. It looks like it doesn't get all bunched up too much. It kind of does bunch up a little bit, but you kind of need that. It's fine. And then it goes over here right next to the airbox lid. It's gonna be kind of crappy. We weren't working on that if I have to change the shock, but it's okay. I'll just pull it out of the way. Actually, it's really easy to undo the connectors. They have these quick release. You just unscrew them and it pops the hose. It takes the whole fitting out. It's pretty nice. And there's one right there. So yeah, if I did want to disable it, all I have to do is twist this off right here. It's a little twist connect here. Yeah, instead of just putting a bolt through it. So that works. And then I have the applicator is going out this way. So what I've done is I've added a tube here, and then there's a little zip tie at the end of it. Sorry, it's kind of dark, but you can see it. It's right here. It's right over the chain. It's not in the ideal place. Honestly, I really want it right on top of the sprocket, so the oil will just drop on the sprocket. But that's okay. It's gonna drop on the. It's gonna go through the chain and then drop on the sprocket, and then the sprocket will like just whip the lube around it, so it'll work. And it's got to go through this and this before it drops straight through anyway. So it's got to get through three things. So I think that's good. So I got to go test it out now. So to do that, I got some Scott Oiler oil here. Oh man, I'm getting low on this. So this is the oil from my Scott Oiler. I'm just gonna use this oil for now. Oh crap, I don't know. I'm taking this to Baja. Alright, so I'm gonna go fill up the reservoir. So this is how you take the reservoir out. You just unscrew it here. Oh my god, it's so hard to unscrew it. I don't know why. Just take it out carefully and try to not and it's gonna make a mess, I'm sure of it. And then I'm just gonna fill this up and put it back in there. And then I'm gonna go get an air compressor and blow some air through the intake hose, and hopefully some fluid comes out. I've gone ahead and filled the Motobriiz up. There it is. And then I'm gonna go simulate a wind here. I'm gonna go simulate we're riding. So I'm just gonna blow into the intake with this. Let's see if it actually did anything. Oh no, nothing. Okay. It is not working, unfortunately. Hold on, let me see if I got. Oh, there it goes, there it goes. It's doing it, it's doing it. Yes, success. Well, I see stuff going through the tube. So it looks like once I just let go of the air, now it's just kind of dripping gravity now. So I have to use this guy, and I have to put quite a bit of air in there. So I don't know, we'll see if it'll work. But hey, there it is. It's dripping. There it is. Straight onto the chain. Perfect. Right on the money. Right on the money. Oh, and then it just went straight through. It went straight through, but it dripped on the other side of the chain. Let me go rotate the chain. Holy crap, there's a lot of oil coming out of there. It is like not stopping. Just keep on rotating, keep on moving the chain. It's a good thing I got it on the center stand right now. Alright, well, I guess if you put that much air into it, it starts like puking it out. It must be like pressurized right now or something. But it's perfect, look at it. It's dripping right onto the chain. So that actually works really, really well. And then if it misses, it goes straight through to the sprocket and then down to the other side of the chain. And then it'll drip on the other side. So, okay, so success! It works. It works. Now the question is, will it work in a real world situation? So I'm gonna go put the bike back together, probably rotate the chain a couple times so get that lubricant all over everything, and then I'm just gonna have to ride it. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's all back together, and then I'm just gonna have to do it. Go take it for a ride and do some real world testing, and then I'll go do a review on this thing. So there you go. HadesOmega out. Success. Automatic chain oiler powered by the wind. So I've kind of found the way to refill this thing. So if you just take it out, it sits there nicely for you. See, and then the hose stays inside. So yeah, the hose stays inside the reservoir, and it keeps it clean. It keeps it from dripping all over the place. And then you can get like a squeeze bottle or something and just squeeze the oil in there. And you probably don't want to fill it up all the way because it's at an angle. There it is. That's how I plan to fill it up. I gotta go find some kind of a better squeeze bottle to take on the bike. So I would fill it up maybe like 3/4, or probably see where those raised sections are. Probably just up to there. Hopefully. We'll see if I make a mess. So. It's gotta be tilted sideways a little bit, yeah, see? Ooh, just barely. Nice. Alright, there it is, it's full. I don't know how long that's gonna last, but that should last for quite a bit, and it's not touching anything. So that's what it looks like on the bike while it's on there. Sorry, it's kind of dark right now, but that's it. Looks like it's part of the fuel system or a fuel filter or something. So not bad. So, like I said, the reason I went with this system is I don't have to mess with any electronics, or I don't have to mess with any vacuum lines, because this bike does not have a vacuum signal line, because I have the FCR carb on this. So yeah. So I have to have like a manual petcock and everything. So yeah, there it is. So I will do some testing on this, and then I'll let you know how it turns out. If it's a yay or a nay, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how it will hold up to long adventure rides and severe vibrations and stuff from off-road riding. Yeah, it has to be has to be tested. So we'll find out. I mean, it's a fairly simple system. It's standalone. You don't have to do anything. It doesn't rely on anything but, you know, your bike moving. so like it would be easy just to rip it right out. So you see I put some Loctite on all the screws, so hopefully that all holds in place. And yeah, so I'm not worried about the chain coming up and whipping the applicator. It's actually just a zip tie inside a hose is what that is. So if you're wondering how, I learned that from the Scott Oiler. That's how the Scott Oiler applicator works, and I like it. I like it how it's in the center and everything. So actually turned out better than I thought. So I don't know how I think it's pretty well guarded. I don't think it'll break or anything. So we'll find out. I would have to like dump the bike and just bury the left side of the bike on something, and I think this will keep the bike propped up. So all right. So until next time. All right. Also, I wanted to point out that the Motobriiz, the applicator is something else. It's not here. This is the applicator. So the way they wanted you to do it was to cut a section of this of your little chain slider here, and then run the line to this, and then glue this onto the rubber piece here, and then the chain would rub on it on the inside, and then the centrifugal force will push the lubricant out to the rest of the chain. And I opted not to do that because this is much simpler. it's easier, less tubing, and it just drips it right onto the chain. And I think it works fine. I would have to, if I wanted to do that, use this guy. I probably would have to relocate it here, which I probably could. So, but I think I like it here better. It seems and I could still see the shock and stuff, you know. I don't know, for whatever reason. So yeah, so that's the way the Motobriiz tells you to do it, but I'm just letting it drip onto the chain. This is fine. I think. Actually, that would if you were to use this thing, it would keep it from flinging. Is what's a good thing about that. But yeah, it's okay. Well, I'll let you know how it turns out.